How's it going, guys? So, today I got a very important topic to discuss, and it is about the masculine and the feminine, non-duality, Neo-Advaita, Bhakti, all of these things, right? And we're going to unpack that if you don't know the Hindu terminology and you're coming from a different lens, right? So, where are we going to start? This is a hefty subject here, right? So I had gotten a download recently that, like, you need both love and wisdom, right? You need masculine and feminine, right? So the truth of this is the masculine side of things is the wisdom, right? The wisdom that all is one, non-duality, that everything is one, right? But where does that point? Because if you don't know where that points, you're going to fall into the Neo-Advaita trap, where it's pointing. It's like Bruce Lee said, I don't know if you ever saw that movie. He's pointing to that kid, and he's like, don't look at the finger, or you're going to miss all the heavenly glory, right? And he's like pointing up to the moon, right? So basically, if you get lost in the teachings, you're going to miss what those teachings, the non-duality, is pointing to, right? And of course, that's love, right? So the truth is, though, you need that wisdom, right? You need the wisdom of non-duality and oneness to truly understand what love is, right? So you need both wisdom and love, right? Because that wisdom of non-duality is pointing you to the love, right? But if you don't truly understand the wisdom of non-duality, you really don't know what love is, right? You know what conditional liking of something is, right? That's why I don't want to say conditional love and then unconditional love, because love is unconditional. So you got a conditional liking, or you got love, right, which is unconditional, right? So to know love truly is to know no barriers. It is just free expressing energy, right? It is all encompassing, unconditional nurturing, right? Radiance, right? But you need to know these concepts so that you can fully understand that it is love that is running the whole show, right? But then, you'll hear like a lot of like Eastern teachers talk about everything is formlessness, everything is nothing, right? And that's not wrong. That's true, right? But what people seem to forget is in that nothingness, you realize that the state you're in is pure bliss, pure love, because no thing, right? Things are what is in the world of duality, but away from the world of duality, there's only love, right? So when you fall into the Neo-Advaita kind of thing, you're just like void of everything. Like you don't have that love, right? You really don't feel God. You understand the idea of God and what God is, but without truly tasting it, right? And that's the point here. Like, it's like this. You imagine what a donut tastes like, right? I can describe this donut to you like it's chocolate, it's real sweet, right? It's real soft when you bite into it. It's got icing, and now I'm creating like a mental picture, and you can almost taste it, right? But that's the point. You can almost taste it, right? Now actually eat the donut, right? That's a whole different thing, right? And that's the difference with Neo-Advaita. Without love, it is just describing the donut to you, right? Whereas Bhakti, this is why you can still reach the path on pure devotion. Bhakti is devotion, if you don't know. But, because if you get lost in that love, your ego, you don't got to worry about that thing. The ego is serving the highest, right? So, but you need both, right? And that's the reality of it, right? And I think that's why I've always resonated. And the truth is, both of these enlightened ascended masters that I'm about to mention did have it perfectly balanced, right? They did. But it seems to get distorted that one was more love and one was more wisdom. But the truth is they were both love and wisdom, which is why I've always got Buddha and Yeshua, which Yeshua normally gets the rep for love, and Buddha gets the one for wisdom. But truth is, they both reached that state, which is the masculine and feminine as one, right? So what the download I had received was love without wisdom is dogma, right? Because without the wisdom of oneness, right? Without the wisdom of non-duality, you're going to think that love is something over here and then something else doesn't have it, like it's a specific thing, right? If that makes sense. And then if you view that from the lens of separation, you're going to get dogmatic things. This is why you get that in Christianity a lot. Like, we know the truth. Like, we have felt Jesus's love, and they really have tapped into God's love, but they forget that it is one, that everything is one, that even Yeshua says that I pray that they all become one in us, right? I and the Father are one, and all of these things. But I don't want to say they as in them all, but like, because you can, like I said, you can reach it in bhakti, pure bhakti. If you really lose yourself in devotion, you're not going to be like this, right? But what I'm getting at here is a lot of people will put themselves on some, like, I am up here, this spiritual ego, I know all this stuff, and I am superior, right? And the same thing can kind of happen with wisdom, but you can numb yourself, right? Like the emptiness, the formlessness. That doesn't mean you're just void. You're just in this numbing void. Like, I feel nothing. Nothing exists. There is no person here, so there is nothing to experience. Like, no, that is not it. That is not it, guys. Okay? So if that's what you're thinking, you got to get your head out of there, right? And if that's what you're thinking and you're seeing this video, that's God telling you, get out of there. It's a dark place, right? But you need both, right? Which is why the East and the West are both given these great qualities in their faiths, and the truth lies in the middle way, like Buddha said, right? You got to combine these things, right? But you only realize this when you deeply search and desire for it yourself, right? So it's like, and it's true. There is no self, right? There is no you here, this person there, and it's all one. But the truth is, it's all love, right? So we can say nothing. I want you to think of the word nothingness and love as the same thing. And I know that sounds very contradictory, right? But the truth is, this is coming from the dualistic language, right? Because anything is like, think of the words no thing and everything. The world of duality, the world of forms, right? That is the world of things, right? But the world of no thing is that pure radiance unrestricted by anything hindering its path, right? That is pure being, pure bliss, pure consciousness, right? No thing, right? It is beyond form, it is beyond things, right? So don't think of nothing as in this void of nothingness, like depression, right? Which is why you got to be careful when you're depressed and you're following the Neo-Advaita ways without the love, right? You got to really understand what they're pointing to, right? Because, I was stuck on this for some time, right? And I knew deep down that love, or that devotion and non-duality go hand in hand, and they're literally meeting in the middle. And where you at, you're in the middle, right? Masculine side, the feminine side, right? You need both, okay? So I just wanted you to realize that. Don't describe the donut to someone. Don't describe the donut to yourself, right? You can do that as long as you're trying to really get them to taste this donut, to get them to go to the store and buy the donut, for you to go to the store and buy the donut yourself and experience the donut, if you catch what I'm putting out. Or in Yeshua's words, for those that have ears to hear, let them hear. So I hope someone got something out of this video. No dogma, no Neo-Advaita, just pure truth. That's what we're looking for, guys, all right? Peace.